Yo, as if this night couldn't get any more worse or terrible, it appears somebody forgot to pay the StreamYard bill because as you can see by this logo right up here, that is not the basement logo. That is the StreamYard logo, which is a sign. There you go, which is a sign of the free version of StreamYard. Therefore, I can't change the logo. I cannot even play the intro video. I don't really know what I can do in the free version. So, who the hell knows what Royal is doing with all that money because he's not paying me. He's not paying StreamYard. So, I don't know what he's doing with it. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and send this link to the group chat, see if we can get some of the guys in there because I really didn't plan on going live today at all because I knew I was going to be a little bit late. Let me go ahead and send this to the group chat. If we don't get anybody in 10 minutes, I am out because I just talked about this Heat game for like 20 minutes on my YouTube channel. Make sure y'all go check it out at AnthonyD_Heat on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe while you're at it because I'm almost at 9,000 subs. So I'm trying to get to 10K by the end of the season. So just search this on YouTube and hit subscribe. I appreciate it. But yeah, let me send the link to the guys. Get them in here. I think that's the right link. Live at 11:42 is crazy. Ain't it, Typhoon? But I feel like we'd be doing y'all a little bit of disservice if we did not come on here and talk a little bit about this game. Because as far as rock bottom goes, this is awful close, right? This is pretty close. Let me go ahead and run through the roster that the Miami Heat lost to tonight. Let me make sure my video did not get copyrighted. No, it did not. Because I did post some live reaction. I recorded my live reaction to the end of that game because it was a thriller. You know, they were going back and forth. Ayo, then Pella, then Ayo, then Pella, then Ayo, then Ayo, then Ayo. And my God, was he good today? Play the video and in 5 more minutes, Typhoon, I got you. Yeah, we'll get into Kel'el. I think Kel'el, Bam, those are all the stories of the game. But first, I want to look through the roster of some of the Bulls guys on here, so you can get an idea of exactly the Heat lost of who the Heat lost to today, right? And I understand the Heat had no Norm, no Tyler. That's nothing new. You also are no Davion, no Tyler. Those guys have been out. But you also had no Norm due to personal reasons. So I hope everything's okay with him. But that's no excuse. You had Bam. He is your max player. You needed to win this game. But regardless, the Bulls had Isaac Okoro, who scored 20 points and is widely known for being a bust because he cannot score. He was just thrown away by the Cleveland Cavs for nothing. And that guy dropped 20 points on your head tonight. You had Modest Buzelis score 21 points tonight. Modest Buzelis is pretty good. The unfortunate part is, though, he kind of outplayed Bam Adebayo on the night. And that's not supposed to happen because Modest Buzelis, as good as he is, still on his rookie scale contract. Meanwhile, Bam's damn near making the max. So that's disappointing for Miami. They also gave up 15 points to Patrick Williams, who may have the worst contract in the entire NBA. Bam could not score on him for like 45 minutes of this game. So he stinks. The Heat lost to him. Kevin Herter with 9 points today, and he was getting to the rim at will. You let a pasty white boy with red hair who's known as a shooter get to the rim at will. That's very disappointing. And then you have Ayo Dosunmu, who's a nice player, but he's not 29, 8, and 9 nice. That was his stat line tonight. No. You thought I said Luka Doncic? No. That was Ayo Dosunmu, who dropped 29 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists. His first name is literally Ayo. Like what y'all say to me when I say something sus. That's who the Heat lost to today. Ayo Dosunmu. Off the bench here, you got Dalen Terry. It was weird hearing Eric Reed say, "Oh, Terry for 3." Brings back a little bit of PTSD of a Terry he used to call, who will no longer call. By the way, give us our damn pick back, Adam Silver. I'm trying to get Giannis over here. They also played Javon Carter, who is a nice player like Javon. But then they played Julian Phillips. You know, not even a journeyman. He's only been with the Bulls, but really a nobody, not a significant guy. And then they played a guy I'd never heard of. And it's rare for me to not hear someone. The Bulls were playing a guy named Lachlan Olbridge. Lachlan Olbridge? I never heard of this man in my life. All I know is to end the third quarter, he had a post move on Bam and scored right over him. And that post move was better than any post move that I've ever seen Bam Adebayo himself do. So Bam was getting cooked by a guy named Olbrich. And then they play Yuki Kawamura, who in 11 minutes had 6 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. He was all over the place in the third quarter. And listen, I like Yuki. I like my short kings, but you can't get cooked by 5'7", dude. You can't let it happen. He's shorter than me. No, I mean, I am 6'7". I understand that. But still, he's a short king, and I don't want to hate on him because, again, we like our short kings. But come on, Yuki. That's who you let beat you, Yuki. And then on the Heat side of things, shout out to Myron Gardner, man. That's my boy. I told y'all before the game, I put it on Twitter when I saw he was getting his first career start, I think, or second start maybe. But either way, I said, buy all the Myron Gardner stock. I hope y'all did. Double-double today for your boy. 12 points, 11 rebounds. Had a nasty steal and slam to start the game. I love him. Disappointed that Wiggins only gave you 17 points on 37% with no Norman Powell. You really needed him and Bam to step up. They did not. Bam himself only shot 39% from the field. Had a nice little stretch in the fourth quarter where even Eric Reed acknowledged, finally Bam realized that Patrick Williams cannot guard him. Yeah, wish he would have did it earlier. So disappointed from Bam, and even the more disappointing part is that once again, almost half of his shots came from three. Even the last chance the Heat had, down 5 with 40 seconds to go, Spo calls a timeout, and the play he called was a Bam fadeaway three-pointer. It's like, what are we doing, Spo? A Bam fadeaway three? It's ridiculous. But I was very disappointed in Bam today. Even lost a jump ball to Ayo Dosunmu late that led to a breakaway dunk from Modest. It was basically the dagger. Very poor performance from Bam, who did play well. Pelle Larsson, my God. 22 points on only 11 shots. Ultra efficient, but 22 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 5 steals. I said last year that Pelle Larsson is good at a little bit of everything with the potential to be great. I'm now upgrading him to really good at everything with the potential to be great. He's awesome. He's a winning player. I love his energy out there. Nothing negative to say about him. He got hoed too by the refs late. It's like he had got elbowed in the face by Modest, no call. He was on the ground because he took a straight elbow to the jaw. It should be an obvious offensive foul. No call. Yuki ended up getting a great dime to put the Bulls up 5 late. But then it was like a couple plays later, either Pelle or Jaime, I forget who, elbowed or smacked Yuki in the face. I think it was Kasparas actually. Smacked Yuki in the face, and then they called an offensive foul in Miami. Oh, but when Pelle gets hit, it's not an offensive foul. Come on, y'all. It's ridiculous. Going back to the box score here. Kasparas Jakucionis, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. It's 2 of 7 from the field. He's been pretty inefficient all year, but I'm not going to get on the 19-year-old kid. I still love his energy out there. And then Jaime Jaquez Jr., 20 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, shot 50% from the field. He was a huge part of that Heat squad, that Heat unit that went on a great run in the second quarter, because the Heat were actually down nearly double digits in the second quarter. I think they went from down 9 to up 9 in the span of just a few minutes. And a large portion of that was because of the energy that Pelle and Jaime and Kasparas brought to the table. So I do think Jaquez was pretty decent tonight. Hit a big 3 late also. I think that's 4 straight games with a 3 now for Jaime Jaquez. And then Fontecchio didn't do much in 17 minutes. Drew Smith, I think, played well. 8 points and 6 assists for him. But Jovic, man. My guy Brendan Tobin says, Jovic, dude. More like Jovic, ew. Because he stinks. He's terrible. 2 points, 1 of 6 from the field. Just another night in the office for Jovic. 15 minutes for him, which is literally 5 times as many minutes as Kel'el Ware played. It's ridiculous. The real story of this game is probably going to be Kel'el Ware, who only played 3 minutes and 11 seconds. 2 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist for him. 3 rebounds, 1 assist for him. No, Vanley said Yuki won another jump ball also, which is ridiculous. I should have mentioned that. But yeah, Ware missed like 2 defensive assignments, or he got scored on twice and Spo yanked him immediately. How are you supposed to play if you're under that kind of pressure? You can't play freely when God forbid you make one mistake as a second-year player, you're going to get yanked. Meanwhile, Nikola Jovic could throw his 4th layup off the backboard and have his 6th turnover, and he still gets to stay in the game. Anyways, that's the box score. We're about to hit the 10-minute mark here. I really don't feel like talking that much longer. I just wanted to give some of the basement guys a chance to come in here and talk. I put it in the group chat. No one joined. But the most important thing is not the most important thing, but I guess the good news is that the Miami Heat play the Bulls again tomorrow. So maybe the Bulls have the South Beach flu. They go out after a nice win tonight. I don't know. Who the hell knows? Am I allowed to share the screen on this free version of StreamYard? Yes, I am. Okay. We'll run through Twitter here real quick to see if there's anything interesting. And then I think I'll close it like that. Cooper Moorhead said the Heat have had plenty of shorthanded wins recently on recent history. Tonight they were on the other side of that. Yeah, but they also have a lot of losses. The team's missing their best player, Not necessarily. The Bulls are waving guard. What? Oh, when the hell did this happen? Is this real or am I missing? Huh. That happened an hour ago and somehow I didn't see this. Okay. Let's run through this trade in live time here. Where the Cleveland Cavaliers are trading DeAndre Hunter to the Kings. The Kings. Ew. For Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis. Ooh, that's a good pickup for the Cavs. I think they could use some more guard help, particularly on the defensive end. And Dennis Schroeder, he's solid defensively, but Keon Ellis is a dog on the defensive end, so he can definitely help Darius Garland a lot. Lonzo Ball has been, unfortunately, pretty awful this season. So I think this is a nice pickup for the Cavs. DeAndre Hunter is a good player, but been a little bit disappointed for them. And the Chicago Bulls will get Kings forward Sarge and 2 second-round picks. Why would the Kings do this? Do they just value DeAndre Hunter? I don't know. I think Keon Ellis is a little bit of a better player at this point. But Cavs turn Hunter's slot in the backcourt and create $50 million in salary tax. Okay, Kings receive an established 3-and-D player. I guess they just like Hunter. And yeah, they're able to open up another roster spot. So Dylan Cardwell, who's been playing really well for the Cavs, he can get a standard deal now. And the Bulls are waiving guard Javon Carter to create space for Sarge. Ooh, I like Javon Carter. I mean, he played well today too. Spider M said, "Did the Cavs move Garland?" I don't know, maybe. I'm not sure what their cap situation is. Oh, actually, didn't he say here the Cavs and create $50 million in salary and tax savings? So they save $50 million in tax, but I still don't know if they're under the second apron. That was the biggest obstacle for the Cavs this trade deadline, because as a second apron team, they cannot aggregate contracts. So it was going to be hard for them to move Garland being over the second apron. But if they're under now, maybe it makes them a little bit more likely to do it. I do think the Cavs have been playing a little bit better as of late. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know. I've always thought that backcourt of Garland and Mitchell was a bit weird. So I probably would look to move him because I do think Garland is a bit overrated, just because I'm not a fan of guys who get hunted on defense. And we know Garland gets hunted because Kyle Anderson said as much last offseason or last postseason when the Heat had played them. But let me go through the rest of this trade here. Back to Twitter. So literally, Javon Carter just won a game. He played well, and now he got waived. That stinks for him. All right, what do we got here? Javon sucks. Or no, not Javon sucks. Damn, this sucks. Javon has always been a locker room favorite, and he reps City hard. Yeah, of course, that's king of the fourth quarter. Cousins with him, right? Or at least Pierre's. I don't know. Kenny's also his cousin. But yeah, I like Javon Carter a lot. Dennis Schroeder's 11th NBA team. Damn. What else do we got here? I would love if he could get in on Javon Carter, especially if they lose some depth. 24-hour trade deadline stream, and that's George. That's George said he's gonna do it. But yeah, I would love if he could get on Javon Carter if they lose a little bit of depth in a Giannis trade or something. Yeah, crazy, man. This man just played. He got waived during the game when the Heat lost. Oh my God, unbelievable. Brian Goins says fire Spo. I'm not there yet. Spo's been terrible, awful. Don't get me wrong. I'm not defending him this season, but yeah. The Cavs are now Lonzo Ball and 2 minimum salary depths away from getting under the second apron. Okay, so there's the question that I asked earlier. So not under the second apron yet, but it does look like they'll try to make a couple of moves to do so. And it makes sense why they got a couple of guards now, because now they can lose Lonzo Ball and still have some guard depth. So this does make sense for the Cavs. I don't know. I don't like it for the Kings. I really don't. What else do we got here? Anything interesting? Really, Kenny? OMG? I don't know if this is an OMG type of trade. Maybe he's just happy because the Bulls made a trade and they got 2 picks. So good for the Bulls, right? All they're doing is absorbing Dario Saric and they get 2 second-round picks. I think that's a smart move by the Bulls. What else we got here? Eric Spoelstra and Ware. I can't wait to read this. This is not an indictment on Kel'el. The game was just so fast. What? And he okay. I'm done. I'm done. Barry said if you're trying to acquire one of the best players in the world, playing the centerpiece of your logical offer for 3 minutes and a couple weeks after implying he was sabotaging is not quite the way to build his trade value. Seriously, Spo. I mean, Spo's actively trying to take this damn franchise, man. Trying to say Kel'el Ware's the centerpiece of a package. He's not even showcasing him. That's aggravating. It really is. Spo says every conference ends up being about him, and Spo said he doesn't want that. Then play him. I'm not even going to get mad. Said Ware's been diligent, and it was an unorthodox game. Spo said I had to find a way to make some of the lineups with Kel'el positive. Spo, what you were doing wasn't working. You got your ass kicked in the third quarter, and he didn't see a single second of playing time. I don't understand it. Anything else about this Heat game? Yeah, this is what I fear too. The Heat did not land Giannis Antetokounmpo as they were reluctant to include Pelle Larsson in trade talks. I can't wait for that tweet. It's going to piss me off even more. What else do we got here? I thought we should have downsized. But play Nikola Jovic 15 minutes then. Make it make sense, Bo. Oh, my God. Damn, Cooper Flagg followed up his 49-point game with a nice one. Almost beat the Rockets, too. All right, I think that's pretty much it about for this Heat game. I already read all those other tweets during the game. One last refresh here. In my opinion, this is from Barry Jackson. In my opinion, they're better off shutting Ware down for 5 days until trade deadline. They can always say it's the hamstring, then barely playing him, and Spo essentially leaving everyone, including Bucks, with the impression that he's ill-suited against fast, smaller lineups. You're unintentionally sabotaging your trade asset, really puzzling. Or you're intentionally sabotaging your trade asset. I agree. Or no, he did say unintentionally sabotage. I don't know. It seems like Spo is intentionally sabotaging Ware. I don't know. As Ethan Skolnick said tonight, national media has been asking why he is sabotaging its best chance to get Giannis. Yeah, I don't. Kel'el Ware and Eric Spoelstra's decision. Oh, this is what Kel'el Ware said about Spo not to blame. I can't control it. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, whatever he feels like that he perceives or feels like playing, like I said, it is what it is. All right. I mean, I guess it's as good an answer as you can expect from Ware. You can down talk his coach or anything like that, but very, very sad times. Typhoon said, Ant, what's the move you do if you're the Heat and Giannis can't be done until the offseason? Trade everyone. Listen, I would honestly trade everyone now. Bam, Herro, get all the picks and stuff, start the rebuild. But they're not going to do that. So realistically, what I would do, there's 2 things that need to happen this trade deadline. Either the Heat get Giannis, great, we got him, or they trade Wiggins, they trade Norman Powell, get as many picks as you can for both those guys. Go into the offseason, go get Giannis. That's one of those 2 things needs to happen. You either get Giannis or you trade both of those guys. And listen, I'd love to keep Wiggins and Norman if you had Giannis on this team. I think Wiggins could be a great complementary role player, 3-and-D wing. That would be awesome. And then, of course, you need Norman Powell shooting when you got Giannis. But what good is having the guys that would be good next to Giannis if you don't have Giannis? You're better off just getting Giannis, figuring out the rest later. I understand you'd have issues with depth, but the Heat haven't had a problem finding depth. Maybe Myron Gardner could blossom. Maybe you keep Pella Larson. We certainly know that he can start, and you go find the next shooter. That's what the Heat do. The Heat find these complementary role players. It's hard to get the star. Get the star at all costs. With that, I'm gonna leave y'all. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. We've been talking for 20 minutes. Make sure to go to my YouTube, check out my post-game video. Make sure to subscribe because I'm on the grind to hit 9,000 subs. That's Anthony D_Heat. If y'all want to join Underdog, make sure to use promo code ANTMVP. You get $75 in bonus bets when you spend your first $5. That also helps me out a lot. And I think that's pretty much all I gotta say. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to y'all probably tomorrow. Take it easy.